When Triumph first released their Trident, I was absolutely buzzing. I'd love a middleweight naked. I've done a lot of miles on it, and after razzing it around on the road today in the sunshine, I've got to say, it has not disappointed. It's a 660cc triple motor. It's pretty much what's come from the Street Triple before, but it's not just some recycled engine. There's 67 new parts, and all in all, it pumps out 80 horsepower and 64 newton meters of torque, which is pretty impressive, especially considering that 90% of the torque is available from 3,600 RPM all the way up to almost 10,000. So that's a massive usable range. But it's not just about the engine. Even though this sits in the sector of being a budget middleweight naked, it comes equipped with proper shower suspension. It gets Nissin brakes, it gets Michelin rubber, it even gets a TFT dash. Now that's a lot of bike for just a nip over 7 grand. There's a lot of bikes in this segment. You've got SV650, you've got MT07, you've got Z650. You could even put Aprilia's new Tuono 660 in, but that's much higher in price. But what I like about this is it's just over 7,100 quid, but when you jump on it, it feels like a proper bike. You look down, there's a little Triumph logo etched in the top of the fuel tank. It's got a little Triumph logo on the top yoke. Like, the black finish on the shower suspension just looks lovely. It looks way more premium than the price tag suggests. So the Triumph comes with 2 different riding modes. It's got a rain mode and a road mode, but to be honest, the road mode is more than smooth enough. The engine is an absolute peach. It feels incredible low down, and it pulls all the way through the rev range. It's got that lovely silky Triumph triple feel to it, and it sounds amazing. The same goes for the suspension and the brakes. The way that it's set up, it doesn't feel too soft, it doesn't feel too bouncy, it's comfortable, you can ride around on it all day, but it absorbs potholes, it absorbs speed bumps, but it never has that dive. It doesn't feel cheap compared to some of the other options on the market, which is really important for a bike like this, especially if you want to take it out on some nice roads, you know, take it out on a Sunday, have proper rides on it. That's really impressive. The switch gears are in such a nice position. It's got self-cancelling indicators, the mirrors work. It's even got an adjustable span on the brake lever. It's not got a massively high seat height, which is good. I'm only 5'7" and I can get both feet on the floor for reference. For £7,195, this is a lot of bike for the money. I can genuinely say that I didn't think it was as good as it is. I've ridden all of its rivals previously, and I think you've always got to manage your expectations, because they're sitting at about 7 grand, from 6 to 8 grand. That is the price point. And for that, like, you're not going to get top level suspension with gold logos on it. You're not going to get amazing brakes. You're not going to get full electronics, a nice singing, all dancing dash. But to be honest, what Triumph have done here, I think, is incredible. Everything from the finish to the detailing to the components to even just the way that the engine sings as it builds up the revs. It really is a top quality bike for a relatively small price.